Hello all. So I've created this channel and I'm creating this video. This is my first video. I'm creating this video in order to track and log all my trading journey. Uh, this is only for my personal benefit. I do not, and it is, if someone wants to take anything from it, it is only for educational purpose. So today I'm trying to analyze the Nifty 50. If you look, this is the weekly chart and we can see it is in continuous uptrend, and we can see the highs were broken at this level on Monday 20th November. After that it is in short recovery phase, the correction phase we can say, and it has also sustained this earlier lows, so we can say it is continuing the uptrend. So let's go to the daily time frame. So for us, this is the correction phase, and then it has now started going upward into the main trend direction, right? So if we try to analyze the correction phase here, we can say it has made this low, then this low was broke, then it has again broke this low here. From here it has started the journey. From here it broke again made lower high, and then made lower low, right? So this is the low that it has made, and this is the earlier sustained the earlier lows, so we can say it is still into the uptrend, right? So if we see here, we can see the long corrections. These corrections can be seen here, right? But it does not mean that it has started the reversal from here. So what makes us thinks that it has started the reversal? It was, maybe it could be just a small trend. It may continue the uptrend for small period of time, but that's fine. We have a confidence that it has sustained this earlier lows, so we are into the consideration or the assumption that yes, it is still holding the buyer's positions onto the upper side. So if we look at this particular low here, it has broke here, and the supplier zone is here. So unless this particular supplier area is crossed, we cannot say that it is continuing the upward trend. But now, as we can see, it has already crossed this area and it is continuing the upper side. It is in the bullish phase. So let me clear this one now, right? So we had our conclusion that our main trend is uptrend here. So let's go to the 1 minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, and today we are going to backtest our Nifty 50 index starting from the 1st of April, for the whole April month till the May 7th. So let's assume that we are currently at this stage, and we want to take some intraday or the correct opportunistic trade, which could be beneficial for us. So let's see how that could have been done, or let's see how our strategy works here. Okay, so our strategy is like to finalize the main trend, then go back into the minor trends, minor structures, and then look for the correct buying opportunity or sell opportunity and take the trade. That's it. So let's say now currently it has broke the earlier lower high here. This is the recent lower high. So for short term period, unless it crosses here, we'll be in the buying phase here. Okay, so this is our analysis for now. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. We'll mark here the ranges. So let's say when we say this particular level was broke, this level was broke from this particular area, so this would be the demand zone for us. This would be the major demand level. Okay, so in case if market comes down again, we'll try to take buy position here, right? So let's say currently it is in pull phase, so we are expecting market to be in pull phase. So what is pull phase and push phase? So for us, this is the push phase for the main trend, and this is the correction phase, which is the pull phase, right? So let's say market is currently inside the pull phase, and we will be targeting for the buy till it continues with the buy signals. Okay, so let's say, and this is our main supplier area, so we'll be cautious about this one, that the main trend was the seller's trend as per the main daily or weekly trend. Here it was the main daily pull phase, but after that we have taken a support. So currently we have a range of this to this, so market is going upward by crossing this lower high, earlier lower high. So currently we are in the having the bullish signals here. So starting 1st of April, we'll try to look for any buy opportunities if we get to find. So let's plot our Fibonacci retracement levels. So we'll try to do some buying around this buy when the price comes back into this demand zone, the discount zone or demand zone, right? So let's move on to the 15 minutes. Okay, so let's see here. So it has crossed this day's high and then moved upward, made a new high. So for us, if we consider from here, marking this as a lower high, so this is the range that we want to look for the buying onto the intraday side. Okay, so let's see if market comes back to these levels, and then we'll move into the 1 minute time frame to look for the entries. Yes, coming back to these levels, let's go back to 1 minute time frame here. It did not touch our this level, but if we can see, this was the low that it marked. It has broke this particular level onto the upper side with the strong bullish move. So we'll be looking for the buying. If we look here, it has always also broke this high here, and we should have look for the buy opportunity right away here, but we can see it was very at the top, at the already on the high, so we'll not try to make any buy opportunities here. So we'll try to check for their buy opportunities right away here. So let's say if we get any buy opportunities, we'll be targeting for 1:3 ratio. Okay, let's see if market comes back to these levels. Okay, yes, we have made our entry. Coming back to, yes, our stop loss is hit here. So as per our major analysis, we knew that our demand zone or the discount zone is this green marked area, but still we took one buy entry based on this strong bullish signal from here. So we'll mark this as on 3rd of April. We'll mark it as 3rd April. We'll be marking it as a -1. as a risk, as a profit. Okay, and if we see that the lows it is trying to make, it is changing its mood now. We do not see any strong push onto the downside, so for us we can always go for buying right now at this level when it touches this particular level, 50% discount zone. Okay, yep, we see this change of direction, we see some strong push onto the buying side. We can look for the buy opportunity maybe somewhere here. Okay, okay, so let's wait for any our entry here. If we get any, no, market is trying to move away, so we'll move our entry to somewhere here. So let's have a stop loss of 5 points only. We'll try to make entry somewhere here. Okay, let's wait for the entry positions. Okay, no, it is still going upward. We can see we could have got entry somewhere here, as it has already broke this structure and came down. So this is the entry position for us, and it has already given us 1:3 risk rewards. So on 3rd of April itself we have achieved one SL, one target hit, right? So now our expectation is to actually cross these highs. So this is our expectation. So let's see what happens. Yep, it has crossed this level. So this is the benefit of having one clear direction, that currently the earlier direction that we marked was the buying direction, because it has already, we can see the small consolidation here, and it has opened above these levels, and it has successfully given one strong move one day before, on the 31st March. So we should have waited for the 50% retracement, or at least should wait for it to show some reversal and then take an positive buying side entry. So it worked like charm. So as we know, we got one entry here. So as per our analysis, for the 3rd of April we closed our positions. So now let's say let's okay, so this is the opening. It is the continuation of this, starting from this lows. So let's mark our fib levels here. If market comes down, we should be taking for good, we should be looking for the buy entries around these levels. No, so we can see, let's change our levels here. Let's see, yes, it is again going on to the upper side. That's fine. you can see it started its journey from this particular level, so we'll be looking for the buying maybe around this 50% retracement level, right? And this is the level that we can see that it is trying to sustain, but it has also grabbing some liquidity here by hitting the SLs of earlier buyers from this particular swing low. Okay, so let's see where the market moves. Okay, we can see one strong move to the upper side. We have one base here now, so let's see if we can, as per our trading strategy, we'll look for the correction and then we'll look for the buying opportunities. Yep, so let's change our, this is the earlier low, this is the high, this is the new high. Yep, coming back to our buying levels. So let's see if we can, yes, we can see the break. one minute time frame, we can see the break here, and we can take a buy entry. Can see there is strong selling as well, and this is the continuation going from, so let's wait for some correction as the market has started selling from this level. So at least let's wait for it to make another low or another swing, then we'll make entry over. Okay, we can see it has broke this level, so our entry position could be somewhere here. We have a target 1:3 and 10 points of SL. Let's see what happens. Yes, we took an entry, target hit. So on 6th of April we got our third trade with 1:3 risk reward, right? So let's move on to the 15 minutes time frame now and look for another dip. So our now, as per analysis, when it touches 50% or discount levels, it should break its earlier high. That is our expectation. So we are expecting it to break these highs maybe on the same day or maybe on to the next trading session day to continue its earlier trend. Yes, we can see it has already broke these highs now. So for us the new levels would be something like this, right? So if we see here, market has already came around 50%, but it did not touch the 50%. So let's wait for it to come back into the 50% zone. Yes, so let's go to 1 minute time frame. We can see for us this blue line is 50% zone, so we can see the strong reversal from these levels, right? So what we are expecting right away is, let's have analysis for starting from the day. We can see some small retracement here, then going back onto the upper side, marking new highs. Then the sellers came into this particular, sellers made their entry. We can see these lows were broken, then we can see some selling again. These lows were break, but then we should be seeing some closing above these levels. So we can see we have closed above these levels, and the starting would be somewhere here. So this particular, the earlier lows we are targeting to make entry somewhere here. So we are only waiting for the buyers to have some entry, so our expectation would be to cross these earlier highs. So this is not exactly what I wanted. I wanted one clean break onto the higher side, but let's see. Yes, we made entry. We had a, okay, if we can see we hit the stop loss and then market reversed. So this is what I do not want it to happen every time. I want to see a clear break of structure here. So if it does not, then we should not take an entry. So let's consider this as a SL hit. Then for 10th of April we have one SL. So let's say, so currently, so still our levels are same, so we'll mark, so unless market goes above this level, we'll not take any buy entry now. Is it? Yes, it is. It has gone up from this level. So for us the buying position would be somewhere here, and let's see 10, no, let's say 5. Okay, so once market starts to move below this level, so we'll say our analysis was wrong here, and we'll move from, we'll close our trade. So for us, so let's wait for market to come back down now. Yes, we made our entry, so let's wait for it to move into our direction. Yes, so this is how we took one onto the 1:3 risk reward into the same day. We marked 1:3 trade. So our expectation now is to, it is to break this particular level. So let's see if it can, or if not. Yes, it broke these levels. So we could have, so let's say we want to, you can also do the stop loss trailing here. So let's say it crosses this particular level, then we have a trailing stop loss somewhere here. Once it crosses this level, we have trailing stop loss here. It crosses this level, then trailing stop loss here. It crosses this level, trailing stop loss here. So it is still going on. So right, so let me clear this one. So in case we did not had our hard stop loss, so we could have made 1:6 or 7 as well. So let's see if we can. Yes, it is still going on. That is good. We have a stop loss somewhere here now, 1:6.8. Is this say supplier zone? This is the major supply zone that we have marked earlier. So that is fine, unless and until it is going back. But right now if we look here, it is unable to make one new high, so we can target to have our position closing somewhere here as well, right? Somewhere here we can close our position. So we can see we could have got 8.79. So let's mark it as 8.79 in case we have a trailing SL. In case of trailing SL, we could have got 8.79 risk reward. And let's say if we have got fixed, this is fixed reward, right? Fixed reward, this is trailing. So let's see on to the back. We can also, we could have also look for the earlier trades. So here on to the 6th of April, it did break this particular earlier highs, but it broke with the gap up. So we might not have received the 1:3 as well. So if we can see, these highs were broken, so we could have SL here. These highs were broken, so we could have SL here. So in our case, we might have been able to achieve somewhere like 2.47, right? So 6th of April, 2.47, and on 3rd of April, this is the 3rd of April, right? And the target and this one. So in this case, 6th of April, 3rd of April, right here. Right here. Okay. So we made our 1 minute entry here. This is it broke this particular level. We marked our SL here, right? So we could have achieved somewhere 2.4 on 3rd of April. So let's move on to our 15-minute chart now. Let's clear this fib series. Right, let's clear these levels. So for now, this broke, and this is the new low, and this is the high. So let's mark our levels again. Let's see what happens. Yes, it is going up, good. So this is the new level. So for us, so we'll be looking for the buy opportunity somewhere into the discount zone. If we do not get any buy entry, then we'll not take any new entry as such. So here for us, so this is the main demand zone, this is the main demand level for us, or the make or break level. Once the market starts to move below this level, so we'll say that it has now moved on to the bearish way. So let's see, if market crosses this particular level, then we'll look for the buy entries. No, where we moved it from here to here. Yes, it is continuing its trend. Now it has come back to this major or the minor demand level. It was the discount zone, it has crossed the discount zone. We'll delete this one, and this major demand level, and it has already crossed the 210 now. So after 2, I do not prefer to take any trend, but let's see what happens. This is a back testing, so let's see what happens if we follow our trade plan. It almost broke down this particular demand level, but that's fine. It could be for liquidity grab. That's fine. Buying, we could see some buying coming up from here. Let me stop here. So if we can see, this particular lower highs were broken, and I want to take a long position now, but it is almost 3 now, so there is no point in taking some buy entries here. But let's see, we do not see any strong swing or anything here. It does not seems like a good, let it show some retracement. Yep, retraced back to this particular levels and then going up. So I want it to break above this level. No, right? So let's wait for this particular lows to get broken now. Yes, it broke. So for me, I can take some buy entry somewhere here, 10 points from here. So let's see if we can take or get. Okay, we got the entry, but yes. So this is what happens after 2 or 3 p.m. trades. Okay, so basically we got the buying signal, we took our entry, but eventually we do not see any buying happening at the last 30 minutes or last 1 hour, last 30 minutes of trading day. But eventually it went and gave a strong gap up. So this is what happens, right? So we'll try to avoid making some entries after 2 p.m. Let me log this particular entry as well. So let's say this was 10th of April and we took one SL. This is -1, right? So let's see it. Let's move on to this fib level. Let's create our fib level again. So we can see what we can tell here is that we have touched the supplier zone here and it has started showing some strong supply moves, but when it showed the gap up, it means that the suppliers levels were invalidated from here. Okay, so we will still continue with the buying view, and we'll try to take the buy positions only. So for us these are the levels. So let's see what if market can retrace back. So we can see market has made one new high. So for us, this is for the day's low, this is the 50% demand zone as 50% discount zone as well. So let's wait for market. Yes, it touched the demand discount zone and we can see a very beautiful push from here, right? So we'll wait for market to give a break above this level, then we'll look for the buying opportunities. No, it is still continuing, that is okay. Can see this level was broke from this, but this is not a very strong level, so but we can also keep it under watch. So let's wait what happens. We can give some clear break. Yes, it broke clearly, came down. Okay, good. Okay, this is what happens. So this was not a very strong level, right? So that's why we kept it under watch, and even though our entry was hit here, it came back for the liquidity grab. So this is what happens. So we want to look for the clear break of the levels. So even though these levels were break, we'll now look for this level break above, and then we'll look for the buying opportunity. So it is almost 2 now, so not sure if we can get any trade here. We can see some consolidation or the buying from we can clearly say that if we want to read this particular 1 minute time frame, we can see it is always making lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low and lower highs. These are the strong lower high, then this is strong lower high, this is lower low, this is strong lower high, and starting from this level it continuously made one low here, but this low was not unable to break even after this much of candles. How many candles are these? Almost 48 bars, right? For almost for 45 minutes it is unable to break this next move, and if we look onto the back, it was able to break it within 20 candles, within 15 to 20 candles, 15 or 20 candles, but almost double time, but it is not able to break this level. So somewhere we can see the buyers are holding these levels, right? So this is again one confluence for us. So let's say once this particular level is broke for us, is once we see breakout on this level, then we'll look for the buying opportunity. Yes, this level is been broke now, but for us the buy opportunity comes right down here, because we do not see any strong swing or so that we can place our stop loss. So let's see, this could be our entry. So let's see how market comes back or no, then we'll move our, yes. So let me move my entry to somewhere here. My stop loss, let me keep the stop loss very minimal. So let's see if market comes back here. No. So sometimes market don't give you the entry, but it always goes and goes. So here you can see market has given us an entry, but it has already made this bullish move. So I expect some retracement, but let's see what happens. This is not an entry, but this is just for the learning, the watch whether it can hit our target or not. Yes, it already hit, and our expectation is to break the 15-minute these levels. So we expect market to hit or break these particular levels. So let's see. Yes, we can see these levels were break now. So this is 12th of April. We did not get any trade on 11th. We might have got this particular entry, but we did not make any entry here. Came back to this particular level, gives very beautiful. But sometimes what happens is the buyers make an entry today and it pushes above the earlier highs onto the next day. So that is what happened here. Okay, and that is what happened here as well. With the strong gap up, it broke the earlier high, right? So this is what happens. So we are not currently taking any short trade here. We are only going for long trades, because our main view here is bullish view, because it has already broke this major level from the down. So unless we see some reversal from this particular levels now, let me mark the levels again. Let me just clean this chart. So let me clean this as well. It is strongly going again and again into the supplier zone with less and sustaining the lows for the buyers. So let's say this is what the main low for us now. This is the main range for us. So let's see, let's mark this level. Let's wait for market to come back to these levels. Okay, we see some strong bullish move. It did not even come back to this 50% level, and we can see some strong bullish to the upper side. So we did not get any trade here. So if we went on to this particular 1 minute time frame, we can see with strong bullish move, some retracement with lower highs, lower lows, lower high, and this is where we got the break onto the upper side, right? So we could have made our entry somewhere here, having stop loss somewhere here, and this is very good move. It is again, and our target should be to break this particular level. It has already broken this level. So this could have been a very good buy trade, but as per our strategy or as per our plan, we do not take a trade unless we see the confluence of having price coming back to 50% discount or premium zone, and then only we take trade. Because if we see here, we do not see strong moves. We do see some strong moves here onto the buying side, but these are, you know, like very slow and steady strong moves. We can see some selling coming up as well, some selling up to the 50% of these trends. You can see almost 50%. When it broke, market should be able to get back to this 50% of 1 minute. Almost came back to 50%, and then it moved back. Just clean this. Okay, so let's go back to 15 minute. So for us, the new demand level is this somewhere here. So let me mark our level, new levels, coming back to this. Market did come back to, if we see, did come back to this 50% level. We can see some strong closing above this, but it is after 2 o'clock. So this trades does not come back, or we do not even see the buying opportunity somewhere here, but we do see buying opportunity on the next day. Like, it should continue the previous day's trend. That is our expectation. So this is where we see some strong move onto the upper side. So for us, this is all, you know, this is all is the demand zone. So when the price comes back to this particular level, it should break this particular highs. This is what our expectation is, right? Beautiful. It broke this particular level, and this is where we might have, let's say, as per our risk, we only go for at the max 10 points risk, and we can see we could have achieved, let's say, almost 1:5 risk reward ratio. Not even if not 1:5, 1:3 at least. Okay, we missed this trade, so I'm not not logging it into our Excel, but this could have been a very good trade onto the opening as well, onto the first candle itself, right? So let's go back to, if we see, and so this is where now the market is showing some, you know, the complex structure, where we see some break here as well as break here, but when it broke, it is not making very good moves onto the upper side. Here we can see it did not have made any good moves onto the upper side as of now. So we'll wait for it to, for market to sustain, or we'll wait for market to come back to this demand zone, and we'll look for the buy opportunities again, right? If we see, did we, when it touched this particular demand zone, did we get any buying signal? No. So let's move this. This is invalid demand zone. When the market came back to this particular demand zone here, why this is the demand zone? Because we can see this is where the market started to go up. Let's see if we can get any buying position from here. If not, then we'll wait for market to come back here, and we'll try to see some strong selling below this level as well, in order to market to reverse for some time, and then we'll look for the selling opportunities. For now, let's see if market can give us some break from these levels or not. Do not see any strong buying from downside. It is still making small swings into this strong selling, so it is still selling for us. So we can see selling coming up from here. Okay, it did broke. It is not a very good break, I would say. But let's see. Let's take a trade at when it broke. We kept our 5 minutes of SL and let's see what happens. Yes, this is what happens, right? So this is the trade that I want to avoid because we do not see any strong move. These are the small swings into this strong selling area. So this is what happens. So in order to go for buying again, I would expect market to break this particular level now. Let me add this particular 13th of April -1. Okay. And what was, let me just add here, no strong bullish move or out from demand zone. So what does this mean? The buyers has not made their entry yet, even though it has touched the demand zone. So what could happen is buyers may wait for price to come below this 17,735 level and grab the liquidity from early buyers and then go for the actual move. This is what can happen. Yes, we can see the stop loss, lot of stop loss might have triggered here. So let's see if it can go. No, it is still coming back to the selling. So this is what we see now. We see some structure break here, earlier swing break, and this is the very strong bullish move. So this is what we were expecting, and let's see if we can get any entry. Broke this level. This is the swing. Let me see if it can broke this level. Yes, it broke this level. So this could be a cup and handle, but we can see very strong move, and it did not even give us a chance to go back into the to make an entry. So let's wait for it to show some entry. Maybe I'm interested to take an entry somewhere here with 10 points of stop loss, or let's say 5 points of stop loss. This is not what I would suggest. This is the level that I would to come back. If not, then we'll move our entry to upside. This is where we got the entry. SL was head. So this is what happens. Even though we knew what could be a very strong entry, market can SL hit on 13th of April again. And the point to note is we are currently into the supply zone, so this is what actually happens, right? So due to volatility reason. So let me see if we can get one buying entry from here. No. It has crossed 2 p.m. so let me avoid taking trades here. can see very good head and inverted head and shoulder pattern, and where our expectation is to break this particular level, or at least touch that particular level. Yes, it almost touched and even broke this particular level, right? So this is what happens. This is where the lot of stop losses might have. This is liquidity grab. It went above this particular level. You can see it came back here and again hit the stop loss from here. So in this case, when we know that there is a liquidity grab coming up, so we want to make sure that we have a SL, very wide SL, so we might have received very good rewards here. So it has broke this particular level. Okay, so this was a very good level for us, very good demand level, where it has already broke this particular level, earlier highs, higher high. So when we say that there is a big gap down and market is going down, so this means that the sellers have started entering into the market. Okay, let me close this in levels. I do not follow the earlier levels from here because this does not make any sense as of now. There is strong selling here, so today will not take a trade as such, because today is the first day where that our trend has changed. So let's wait how market reacts. So let's go to 1 minute. Do we see any structure break? Yes, we do see structure break from here, right? Somewhere here, came back almost here, and then trying hard to go back onto the upper side. But when we do indices, we have to take futures or options. So in case of options, this could be a very, break or even trade where the market is sideways. As we know, there is no clear trend as such, so a lot of traders would avoid to take a trade. Let's see what happens in 15 minutes. It is coming back. So for us, this is the trend change, and for us this could be the level where we should be making our selling entries, right? So this is the level where I'll look for the sell entries. So let me go back to 1 minute time frame. Okay, we got very early break. It did not even touch the 50% premium zone. So market can come back to this particular level and may look for the selling opportunities. No, it broke this particular structure. So for us, we are minimizing our levels here, and this is the level. So this is the level where we'll try to look for the sell opportunities, but currently I am not taking any trade for this day. And see, yes, this is what happens, right? So currently we can see there is no clear direction as such. We do see clear direction, but it has not touched this 50% premium zone, so we have not taken any trade. Took the support and then trying to go back onto the upper side. Let's see what happens. These are the early sellers, can say. Coming back is after 2 p.m. trade, so will not be taking any trades here. Let's see what happens. Yes, we do see it coming back to this gap area. Maybe try to fill the gap, but it has already crossed this premium level, or it is inside the premium level. So let's see what type of trades we get. So we see some spinning top candle right where we can see some structure break onto this side where the buyers might have made an entry, then going up. So let's see if it tries to, what does this is mean is it may go up in order to continue our buying trade, or this can be looked up from this particular way is that it touched this 50% on higher level on, let's say, if we zoom out the chart, we can see one strong level low, higher low. From there we to the top we draw the Fibonacci retracement, and it touched the 50 minutes and it has already going on to the upper side. So we do not have a clear signal as such because of this gap down and all these things, but let's see what type of trades it is trying to give. Here we can see, right? So generally what happens is this strong sell, with this strong sell it tried, market came back to this 50% premium level and then going back. So here we can see this was the demand level, right? This was the demand level, minor demand level we can say, and this level was broke here. So let's wait if we can look for any selling opportunities. Broke this level. This is not what I wanted to look for. Strong buying with small swings. If the market comes back to this particular level, we want market to break these lows at least, so that in order to confirm that this is the higher low and it is the lower low, lower high and lower low, sorry, this is the lower high and it should break this particular level. So let's say this is the break, it should continue and break this particular lows here. If it does not, then there is a buying pressure we can say. So I'm not taking any trade even though it moves a lot. Almost touched this level, broke this level, broke this level, broke this level. Okay, works beautiful. But if we look from 15 minutes point of view, we do not, even though we see some strong selling moves here and small and even smaller swings of buying, of correction or retracement back to these levels, here we do not see any break onto the lower side. It should have been broken down to the, and should have connected to this, at least touch these levels, right? It did not. Yes, it has came down almost to these lows. Let's see what happens. We can see the structure being made. This is the level. If you want to go back into the buying side, this is the level we want to look for the buying side. Yes, onto the next day we can see a very good closing onto the upper side. So as per this, let's draw our level from where the move started, and this is the level where we should be looking for the buy opportunities, right? So let's say touch the 50% discount zone. This is the level that I want to see it breaking into the upper side. We can see W pattern forming, even no, moving our level down here. Strong push and then pull. You can see the sellers still are in control, trying to go up. This is where it broke its structure. So this is where, if sellers want to continue their selling, this is where they could, right? But if we consider this as a liquidity grab, then in that case sellers view is correct. But in our case, as per our plan, once this particular level is broken onto the upper side, this means the sellers are not strong here unless new sellers come into picture after liquidity grab of here, this particular level. So our view is still bullish as of now, but we do not see any bullish strong closing or the weakness in the sellers. So we'll wait for the buying. We can see sellers could have, we are making these entries here but unable to make any new lows, right? Unable to make any new low. It should break this particular low, but it is not. Yes, going down, beautiful. Yes, this is how the sellers can make their entry. Let me add this particular entry here on 20th April. Since last 7 days we did not get any even single entry as per our strategy, but still we are in profit. We'll calculate that one at the end. So once the new sellers came into the picture, we expect to break this particular level, this level, and then at least it should touch this particular lows here, 17,600. Yes, it did, and it also broke this particular level, so which means the sellers are still in control and there are no buyers as such. This is very beautiful liquidity grab from here, and we can see very strong selling till the down. Do not see any strong buying, so this is where the sellers might want to look for selling, and this is where we want to look for the break of this particular structure, but we do see a rejection from here, so we need to be cautious at this level. Yes, it has broke this particular lows here. So for us, this is the seller zone, and this is the demand zone. So this is the new range for us now. Right, it is clearly forming a trend line like this. If market goes above this particular levels, above this level, then it should go for some buying. We can see very good trend line here. So let's, yes, market opened for us. In that case, we have low to top somewhere here. We are extending these lines, touch the 50% zone. We'll look for the buy opportunities here, because this is the confluence that unable to break this particular level. Once this level is broke, then we'll be in good condition to say that onto the higher side it is now trying to go back to the downside, but it is not. It has holded this level, shown some gap up, so it means that there are some buyers here, right? And it has broken the earlier swing here as well, so we should be looking for some buying from here, or at least from this particular suppliers level breakout. This level is broke. We just, this is the level. This is a trend line. Let me clear the chart. Still going down, okay, going down, making new lows, and might come back to take the stop loss here. That it broke. You can see this level is broke here. So this is where this swing started, making new small swings here as well. So this means that the sellers are weak now. So let me see some break above this level. No, that is fine. So this is the new level for us in order to go for buying. Okay, it has now gone back down to the went down. This is where we see some view was bullish. Even if, let's say, that our view was of selling here, where we can see some strong pull and then making some low, and we want to have a sell entry somewhere, maybe here, but it did not wait for sale here. We can see that, and then came back here. We do not see any break into the downside or for the trend change. No, it did not break any of the swings, not here, and it simply went and broke this particular level, which means that the buyers are in hold, right? So let's just, it is now 2:15, and let's see. Okay, this is what happens if we try to take entry from in the middle of somewhere, and we can see our this SL could have hit. So let's wait for. Okay, this is what a strong move on from the selling side as well. Let's look for selling opportunities. Sell. This is where I would like to sell. No, sell. This is strong move onto the upper side. Broke this level, so sellers are not able to hold their levels. Came back down. It is just a continuation to the yesterday's levels, so buyers are still holding their levels, not able to make any new low, so this is a good news. Let me just mark my entry somewhere here with 10 points of SL. Let's see what happens. Okay, we made our entry. SL hit. 24th of April, -1. So this is the level that I want it to see being broken. Did not. We see the market is holding this particular level. It has clearly broke this particular level, right? So we'll be looking for the buys somewhere here, having stop loss of around 10 points. Okay, we got the entry. Good. Oh, this is the second SL that we hit. So if we look in case of trailing stop loss, we can have trailing stop loss in case of, let's say we are having a continuous 3 hat trick of this loss, and this is again a loss for us. So what we could have done is we could have placed our stop loss somewhere here, and we could have at least taken some good amount back. Sellers are again and again making some entries. Even for sellers as well, we can see that this level we do see some liquidity grab. This level broke. This is where all the liquidity grab is again coming. Then again broke the down side. This is where the buyer's liquidity is being taken out. So when there is a struggle between buyers and sellers, this is quite natural to happen. So let's wait what happens now. We do see now a clear trend above this level. We should be looking for the buy opportunities. Yes, this is where we are currently now looking for the buy opportunity. So let's say let it give us some strong swing somewhere. Yes, let me just take my entry somewhere here. Even 5 minutes is not enough, 5 points not enough. Let's get then 10 points. Here we can get the 5 points. Yes, we got our target here. 24th April 1:3. Clearly breaking, it should touch this particular level now. So in case of trailing stop loss, we could have achieved around these levels. 4, 1:4. On 20th April, yeah. So here we could have achieved, let's say, once these earlier highs were broken, at least went down till here. This is the swing low, this is the swing low, and then this is where we could have moved out of our trade. So around 1:3 only. 1:3 only here. So move back to 15 minutes time frame. We can see very good rejection from the buying side. So this is not a seller's area, this is not a seller's area now, this is not demand area for now. So for us the demand area is this. Now the next demand area is this, because this is the new swing that we can see. So let's see if market can come down around 50%. So here if we go into 5 minutes trend, we do not see any clear structure, but this is a consolidation and then continuation. So we can see the continuation being happening here as well. So let's wait for it to touch the 50%. We can see, we can mark this as a swing. Let's see if, so this is where the market touched for us in order to have some clear picture onto the buying side, and sellers are not into the picture. So this is where we got the clear picture, right? So for us this is still small swings into this major push. This is small swings, right? It can come down and then broke this level. This is what I'm expecting right now. So for me the entry would be somewhere here with 10 points of stop loss, or maybe 10 points is too much, then can go for this around 5 points of stop loss somewhere here. In case I do not get any trade entry, that is fine for me. Okay, it broke this. Good, broke this level, but we can see these swings are now becoming weaker and weaker. Also at this level, but I'm expecting it to break, but it is too much away from this discount zone. So I'm not much that interested in looking into this buying entry here, right? So this is what happens. So this is the seller zone here. We can see the selling coming up from this level. It almost went back and touched the 50% zone now. So this is what, but for me to take an entry I need to make sure that there are no sellers into the picture, but because of this strong push or strong sell, panic sell, I'm not looking for any buy entries as of now, even though if it breaks again these highs, then that is also fine, but I do not want to take any risk right now. Yes, right. So this is what happens. So if we already had a very good picture, so this is where if we could have made entry somewhere here, but there was no clear signal that the sellers are not in picture, we could have marked this as a, you know, the break of structure. This is break of structure. Once this break of structure happened, we could have made entry somewhere here, and almost here we could have made entry. This is where the entry could have possible, and this is the range. Let me check how many trades that we have entered. Almost 11 trades. Let me quickly complete these 3 to 4 days, remaining days. Coming back to these levels, broke this particular level. So this, what does this mean? This means that the sellers are in control as of now. And for how much time frame? So let me just place my major time frame Fibonacci. So let it touch this particular level somewhere here. We'll look for the buy opportunities right here. Almost came back onto this level. We see clear break of structure, and this is what I want to look for, but it has not touched the 50%, but that is fine. Let me make an entry somewhere here with 5 points of stop loss. Yep. Do we see any break of structure here? Yes, it did break. It came from somewhere here. It did not give us any entry. No entries. Maybe somewhere here. Just draw the fib level. No. This is where the level were broke. I would like to take some entries, but let's wait. Level is broke now. Around 10 points of SL is here. I do not want to see a break below this. This is kind of a we made the entry, trying to go on to the upper side but failing to mark. Yes, good. Again going back. Coming down. Let's see if it can hit our 1:3 target. Yes, it hit. Eventually it went and hit our target. So 1:3 on 26th of April. In case of this major swing break, let's start with the, this is the low. This is where we came to break even. When it broke, we have this swing again, swing. So let's see. Yes, so 1:3 target we could have achieved in the trailing SL as well. broke this level, so for us this is the new low, making new highs, new highs, new highs. If there is a problem in seeing the lows, this low, this is the low, this is the low. So from starting from this low and this is the high, let's see how much down it can come up. No, this could have been, let's say, let's go to line chart. This is the swing low, this is the low, this is the low. So from here you can mark this as a high and this is the 50% zone, right? If we see, this is the 50% zone, it almost touched it, and this is the level that I wanted to break. This is the level that it broke, and after that we can see it broke this level, and then this is where we could have made one entry. We could have achieved 1:3 or even 1:3 at least, or 1:4, right? So this is the 2nd of May, so we have completed our back testing here. If we look, let's have a sum. So in case of trailing SL, we could have achieved around 23 rewards. So let's say how it is. So for 1 minus 1, we have a, let's say we have a capital of around 1 lakh, right? Around 1 lakh, and we have 1% SL, that is around into this, that is 1000 rupees SL. So let's say this is -1, actually SL means this is the risk that we took, that is 1000 rupees with -1. So for 12, that means we could have achieved around, in a month we could have made with 1 lakh of capital around 12,000, and with trailing SL we could have achieved around 23,000. So on safer side, we have made around 12% on monthly basis in the back testing. But this is all possible when we have a clear view of that market has broken this particular level onto the hourly chart. Let me clear this. So once all the things, that all the trades we took, we already knew that there is a bullish sign, so we only took the bullish and only one sell trade where we knew that the market is want to, when it broke this particular swing here, right? Otherwise, if we look, we can see everywhere it is sustaining this lows, then this low is also sustained, this low was also sustained, this low, then it finally broke this particular low, and eventually it break almost touch these levels, and this is the main level for us now, right? So almost touch this level, we can see a trend line, there is a break, then we again move back into the upper trend. So this is how we should be looking for the buying trends. I hope this is helpful for us. I'll come back in case if you want to see another backtesting videos for another scripts or so, just let me know. Thank you.